The world stood still on December 26, 2004, as an unimaginable tragedy unfolded. It was a day marked by unprecedented destruction and loss, forever etched into history. News outlets broadcast the disaster in real time, leaving viewers across the globe shocked by its magnitude. At 7:59 a.m. local time, a powerful undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 struck near Sumatra, Indonesia. Over the next 7 hours, the quake unleashed massive tsunami waves that swept across the Indian Ocean, reaching as far as East Africa. In some areas, these towering waves surged to heights of 30 feet, 9 meters or more, obliterating everything in their path. As we stand on this land that witnessed one of history's most devastating tragedies, this video offers a reflection on the events that unfolded here 20 years ago. Beneath the calm surface of the Indian Ocean, a cataclysmic event was brewing. In an instant, the peacefulness of the region was shattered as nature unleashed its fury, leaving an enduring mark on both this land and the world. A massive earthquake, registering between 9.1 and 9.3 on the Richter scale, ripped through the Earth's crust. This was one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded, and its impact was felt far and wide. The seismic activity triggered a chain reaction that would lead to one of the deadliest natural disasters in history. The epicenter was off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. This region, known for its beautiful landscapes and vibrant communities, suddenly found itself at the heart of a nightmare. The ground shook violently, and the people of Sumatra were among the first to experience the terror of the earthquake. This earthquake unleashed a series of monstrous waves. These waves, born from the violent upheaval of the ocean floor, began to travel across the Indian Ocean at incredible speeds. The energy released by the earthquake was transferred to the water, creating waves that grew larger and more powerful as they moved. These waves, known as tsunamis, surged across the Indian Ocean. They moved with a relentless force, covering vast distances in a matter of hours. Coastal areas that were once calm and peaceful were now under threat from these unstoppable walls of water. The Boxing Day Tsunami, named for the holiday it coincided with, left an indelible mark on human history. The destruction it caused was beyond comprehension. Entire communities were wiped out, and the landscape was forever altered. Memorials now stand in remembrance of the lives lost, and the resilience of those who survived. Coastal communities in 15 countries were caught in the path of destruction. From Indonesia to Thailand, Sri Lanka to India, the tsunami showed no mercy. Each country faced its own unique challenges in the aftermath, but all were united in their grief and determination to rebuild. The waves, some reaching heights of over 100 feet, crashed ashore with unimaginable force. Buildings were reduced to rubble, and the landscape was transformed into a scene of chaos and devastation. The power of nature had shown its most destructive side, leaving a lasting impact on all who witnessed it.
The tsunami stands as one of the most devastating natural disasters in recorded history, claiming the lives of approximately 228,000 people across 15 countries. Among the hardest-hit nations were Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, the Maldives, and Thailand, all of which suffered extensive damage. In Indonesia, officials estimated that the death toll surpassed 200,000, with the northern Sumatra province of Aceh bearing the brunt of the destruction. The Boxing Day Tsunami left a trail of devastation across multiple countries. In Indonesia, Banda Aceh faced the worst impact, with waves towering over 30 meters, obliterating entire communities. Sri Lanka suffered immense losses, with over 35,000 lives lost and coastal regions reduced to rubble. In India, more than 16,000 people perished, with Tamil Nadu among the hardest-hit areas. Thailand's popular tourist destinations, including Phuket, Khao Lak, Patong Beach, and Phi Phi Islands, were severely impacted by the Boxing Day Tsunami, resulting in widespread destruction and claiming over 8,000 lives, including many international tourists. Approximately 2,000 Europeans, most of them visiting Thailand, perished in the disaster, with more than 500 each from Sweden and Germany. The devastation extended beyond Thailand's shores, as the tsunami's waves even reached as far as Somalia, 4,500 kilometers away, where they took lives along the coastline. The tsunami's impact extended far beyond immediate fatalities. Around 1.7 million people were displaced from their homes. The economic cost of the devastation reached a staggering $15 billion.
The earthquake that triggered the tsunami originated deep beneath the ocean floor. The epicenter was located off the western coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. The rupture along the fault line displaced an immense volume of water. This displacement created the series of deadly waves. The tsunami waves radiated outward from the epicenter. They traveled at incredible speeds across the Indian Ocean.
The scale of the Boxing Day tsunami was unprecedented in recent history. It surpassed other major natural disasters in terms of its human and economic toll. The 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in Japan, while devastating, resulted in approximately 18,500 deaths. The 2010 Haiti earthquake, though closer in terms of fatalities, had a smaller geographical reach. The Boxing Day tsunami served as a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature. It also highlighted the importance of disaster preparedness and international cooperation.
The Boxing Day tsunami exposed a critical gap in global disaster preparedness. The Indian Ocean lacked an effective early warning system. Such a system could have alerted coastal communities to the impending danger. Following the disaster, there was a global push to establish and strengthen early warning systems. These systems use a network of sensors to detect earthquakes and tsunamis. They then relay alerts to at-risk areas, giving people precious time to evacuate to higher ground.
The aftermath: rebuilding lives and communities. The road to recovery after the Boxing Day tsunami was long and arduous. The sheer scale of the destruction left many communities in ruins, with homes, schools, and infrastructure completely wiped out. Families were torn apart, and the emotional toll was immense. The journey to rebuild was not just about physical structures, but also about healing the hearts and minds of those affected. The international community responded with an outpouring of aid and support. Countries from all corners of the globe sent resources, manpower, and expertise to assist in the recovery efforts. This global solidarity showcased the best of humanity, as people came together to help those in dire need. Governments, NGOs, and individuals from around the world contributed to relief and reconstruction efforts. These organizations played a crucial role in coordinating the massive relief operations, ensuring that aid reached the most affected areas swiftly and efficiently. Volunteers from various backgrounds worked tirelessly, often putting their own lives at risk, to bring hope and assistance to the survivors. Rebuilding efforts focused on providing shelter. Temporary shelters were erected to house those who had lost everything, while plans for permanent housing were quickly set into motion. Engineers and architects worked hand in hand with local communities to design homes that were not only safe, but also culturally appropriate. Food, medical care, and other essential supplies were distributed to ensure that survivors had their basic needs met. Medical teams from around the world set up clinics and mobile units to treat injuries and prevent the outbreak of diseases. The health and well-being of the affected populations were of utmost priority.
Supporting disaster relief and preparedness. In a world increasingly affected by natural disasters, the need for robust disaster relief and preparedness measures has never been more critical. From hurricanes and earthquakes to wildfires and floods, these events can strike without warning, leaving devastation in their wake. It is our collective responsibility to support efforts that mitigate the impact of such disasters and help communities recover and rebuild. The Boxing Day tsunami serves as a solemn reminder of the importance of disaster preparedness and international cooperation. This catastrophic event, which claimed hundreds of thousands of lives, highlighted the urgent need for effective early warning systems and coordinated international response efforts. Supporting organizations involved in disaster relief and preparedness is crucial. These organizations provide essential services, from distributing emergency supplies and providing medical care to offering psychological support and helping with long-term recovery efforts. By investing in disaster preparedness and supporting these organizations, we can help create a safer and more resilient world. This includes not only immediate relief efforts, but also long-term initiatives aimed at strengthening infrastructure and improving early warning systems.
20 years after the Boxing Day Tsunami, the world remembers the victims and honors the survivors. The disaster left an enduring legacy, prompting global efforts to improve disaster preparedness and response. The resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable tragedy continues to inspire hope. While the world has moved on, the lessons of the Boxing Day Tsunami live on. It reminds us of the power of nature and the resilience of the human spirit.